Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and today I am here to take you on your first journey in Tinkercad. Friends, the first thing I need to do is click on a Google box and type Tinkercad, Tinkercad, and press enter. When you get this link, click it, and you'll be greeted by this page. Simply click sign in. Trust me, you kinda already do have an account. Do not type anything in the box. Simply click the little sign in using social providers and use your Google account. This will pop up a little window that you can pick, and boom, you will be in Tinkercad. Tinkercad will launch this little window. I'd like you to click the X, or if you make it all the way to here, click the little Tinkercad button to get back to the main screen so we can start our first project. And we'll do that by simply hitting Create New Design, and bam, we've got our workspace, and it's time to start building. Tinkercad lets you drag, drop, and build. We are going to use this work plane as where our parts land, and I want you to drag a roof, so I click and bring it over to the work plane. As soon as you set it down, I want you to notice there are white handles and there are black handles. The little black handles are really cool because they only go in one direction. I want you to stretch that out crazy far, but then click the box and type 60 so it's exactly 60 long. We also can look at them from different corners. First, we're going to hit the front, but then I want you to hit the little corner so you can see it from a front corner. This is the top, but then I'm going to go back to that corner. I really enjoy the corners. They help me a lot, especially right now when I want to rotate. I want to rotate this around itself, so simply grab that rotation handle, and if you move the mouse way away, it goes 1 degree at a time. If you stay close to the shape, see how I'm almost in the middle of the triangle, it snaps to these long lines. So you can snap by staying close. You can get things perfect if you want small degrees by moving away. I want you to make your little roof look just like that right now. When you click somewhere else, then you can right-click if you have a mouse and rotate. You can also just grab the cube and rotate. When we click on this shape and look at it from the front middle view or the front view, you can tell that this is the up button or the up handle. Let's move that up to about 20 or 25. I'm going to type the numbers so that it shows up just like I want, and sometimes that's a lot faster. Let's switch quickly to the corner view, and I want you to find the work plane button. The work plane is where things land. So I want to put your name right on this little card right now. So click that flat piece so you can see the slope, and then click the text and drop the word text out on that slope. Click up here where it says text in the little properties box, backspace, and put your name in the box. I am Mike. I'm going to backspace over that, and I'm going to make mine a capital M. I'm going to backspace, and I'm going to put capital M-I-K-E. I want mine to be a cooler color. I'm going to make mine a dark blue, and then I'm going to look at it from the front edge. And notice it doesn't fit. Once again, I'm just going to use those black handles to squish it till I think it is perfect. Let's look at it right from the front. That looks pretty nice. I'm going to look at it from this corner. And then the only thing is it is too thick. So let's look at it from the left or the left front edge. And you can see this is the thickness handle. And I'm going to take that down to 4. Go back to a corner. This blue line is how I get rid of the slanted work plane. Simply click work plane, touch the blue line, and you are back in business. We are almost to the fun part. First, let's name it. Click the box, and I want you to put unicorn, and I want you to put your initials. Mine are MH. That's how we can keep track of what we're building, and we're going to build a unicorn with these awesome shapes. I want you to start with this amazing dude down here called an icosahedron. When you set him down, he is tiny, and we're going to use an awesome magic trick to make him grow in every direction at once. I want you to hold the shift key and lift the white handle up until it's somewhere in the 60s. I don't care the exact number, just make it huge. If you only get one direction at a time, you weren't holding shift, just do undo back to where it was. Make sure you're holding shift and grow it all till it's in the 60s. Watch your neighbors as they do this. Make sure they are successful as well. I'm going to look at it from those front corners, and I'm going to decide this is my unicorn dude's head, so I want to put a horn on it. We go to the work plane again, which you could use the letter W, and this is the spot where we want to stick a horn. It's up on the flat spot of his head. Scroll through your pieces, and you can use the pyramid or the cone to make your horn. I'm going to use the cone, and I'm going to set it on here. Notice it's too large, so I'm going to do that same trick where I hold shift, and I'm going to squish any of the white handles until it fits where I want. I'm going to zoom in with the fit view to selection. This little guy is magic, and then I'm going to nudge him where I want using the arrow keys. Let's look at him from the edge of on this side, and now I'm going to make it longer. I'm not using the side handles, I'm just using the long handles. No holding shift because this is the only direction I want to stretch, and boom, my project's looking pretty sweet. If I go back to the home view, it spins around and we can see his little horn. And then if we hit work plane and click the blue edge, you've got the start of our unicorn dude. Now let's build an eye. When you build the eye, make sure you follow me closely. We're going to build one eye, and then we're going to use a cool command to duplicate it. So don't get excited and build both eyes at once. Start by hitting your work plane button and click on the front of what we're going to call his face, because that's where his eyes are going to get attached. Bring out a half sphere. Notice it is huge, so once again, my friends, we're going to do the shift drag, and we're going to squish it down so it's about 9 or 10. I know these numbers because I asked you to make him size 60, so that way it makes us have more success as we start this out. Click the color, and let's make that eyeball white, and then nudge it up and over to where you want to put it, so it's going to be where the eyeball's actually located. Let's look at it from a corner because it's pretty puffy right now, and we want to make it a little bit flatter. We're going to do that by zooming in with fit view. This is the one that goes up, and see right now how it was like 4.5. Let's take it down to 2 or 3, and then go back to that home view so we can take a peek at the eye. We're going to make the eyeball real quick with a paraboloid. Still had the work plane, so it just drops right on it. Let's make it black so it looks like an eyeball. Hold down shift and squish this down. Remember how that other side was about 4? Now we can click on that little eyeball and use the arrows to move it up so it's in the right location. Let's quickly zoom into the white one by clicking the white one and doing fit view, and then you can see just how awesome that eyeball turned out. Let's hold down shift and click on the black center, and notice it says there are 2 shapes selected. If we hit group, they are now one piece, but notice the color turns white. We're going to click on the awesome color button and choose multicolor, and boom, you are back to a beautiful 2-color eyeball. Hit the duplicate button and then use the arrow key to move your 2 eyes across. That's how easy it is to make your sweet eyeballs. I want my unicorn to be a different color, so I'm going to real quickly click a different color, and it totally changes your whole project. Let's set our work plane back to the ground by clicking that blue line. Remember, if you hit the home view, you can always get out and see that blue edge even easier. And let's give our little unicorn buddy feet. Bring out a half sphere, stretch it crazy long so it's almost like a clown shoe. Do duplicate by either clicking that button or doing Control D, and then this time use your rotate so that it rotates a bit, and we are going to finally grab a part and just move it where we want. Take those 2 pieces and grab them. What you do is click, stretch, and just let it touch both. When it says 2 shapes, click the button and they are grouped. Now you can take your 2 little feet and put them underneath your awesome little unicorn dude. Let's click on the body of our unicorn and fit it right to the size with our fit view to selection, and let's give him a mouth. Once again, we're going to hit the work plane, which could be the letter W, and click on that flat piece, and now we need to find the scribble tool. When you click Scribble, a new window appears after you click. This window shows you what your little dude looks like, and then you can draw a smiley face. Now, it is hard to draw perfect, but no matter what, it is still fun, and then you can adjust it as you work with it. So I'm going to hit Done, and then when I zoom back out, I'm going to hit some minuses, and you can see I have a nifty little mouth. I'm going to make it white so it shows up nice and bright, and then you need to squeeze it down so it's smaller. When it was size 10, it kind of looked like he had a fat lip. I'm going to use the arrow keys to nudge it back up to where I want it to be, and then the little black handles are magical for squishing it in to where you want. If you do the white handles, it does 2 measurements at a time. If you don't like what you did, just do undo. And then if you're like me, just stick to the black handles, because then it's a little easier to get everything just the way you want it. I'm going to give our little buddy a pyramid nose real quick. When you drop it on there, let's go back to that sweet shift and shrink trick. Notice it stays right on the work plane, and you can nudge it in where you think it should be. And then you can do whatever you want to make it perfect. I'm actually not going to shift shrink this. I'm just going to adjust it on my own, and then I'm going to move it where I want with the arrow keys. If you want to be more precise, instead of 1 millimeter, you can do 0.1 millimeters so that it does real little nudges. Just remember, when you're done, you'll probably want to set it back to a 1 millimeter nudge. I'm going to squish it up. Now, if you ever make a mistake, like I accidentally grabbed the wrong handle, just do undo, and then you can go back to what you really were trying to do. That, I think, is what I wanted. I'm going to zoom back out to the whole project with the big view. I'm going to set my work plane back to the ground so I can just take a look at how awesome he's looking. If you click somewhere else, then you don't have the little handles in your way. Right now, what we need to do is add some ears real quick. I'm going to add my ears with the round roof or the roof. You can take your pick. You can use any of these. Simply click your work plane and pick where you want to put your little ear. And then when you drop your ear on, we are going to rotate that little fella. And we're going to do that by looking at it from the right so we can get a good view of this handle. And then remember, we can stretch it 1 degree at a time, or you can get close to the shape and snap to those 22.5 degree guidelines. I'm going to leave mine at 90. I'm going to squish him so he's thinner. I'm going to use my arrow keys to nudge it into place, and then I'm going to look at it from that home view and see what I think. Pretty good, except it sticks out a long ways. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller. Notice it's size 7. I'm going to remember that when I make the same one over here. Once again, work plane, click this side, bring it out. I'm going to look at it from that side. It's really a lot easier when you actually look at it from the left or the left corner, so you can find that handle that lets you rotate 90 degrees. And then I squished it this way to about size 5. And I'm going to type that number to make it so it shows up perfect. I lined it up with the arrow keys, and then remember, from this angle, and I'll see if I can get it from this corner, I was able to shrink this one down to size 7. Remember, you can type the number after you've moved a little, so that way it looks perfect. Go back to my home view, shut off the work plane by clicking the blue edge, and check out how awesome our unicorn dude is looking. As you're having fun with this, remember, we've learned how to grab entire sections where we've got all 9 shapes. If you hit duplicate, you can easily make a second one. My friends, that awesome shift trick, you can shrink your entire thing, and bam, you've got your adult and your baby unicorn dude. Even more fun than that, you can slip over to the character spot, and with the little character pieces, you can add hats, all kinds of amazing things. If you do bring out a hat, check out this amazing trick. Instead of the arrows to move it across, you can hold down Control and tap the arrows, and you can raise it up where you want. And then remember, with that shift trick, we can shrink the hat down so it actually fits our little unicorn dude. I'm going to use the arrows to nudge it, and then I'm going to do Control up to lift it up where I want that cool little hat to be. Look at how awesome that looks, and look at all the awesome things you can add to your unicorn dude. My friends, if you are in my class, I need a screenshot of this project, and I want you to do that by clicking Send To, and then just click on the picture of your design page. Notice it already has your name, and then on the left side, I want you to click on your Documents button and just hit Save. Once you're done with that, visit your Google Classroom, find the Unicorn Dude assignment, and click the Add or Create, and you're going to add a file. When you click on the file, you are going to upload it by clicking Select from your device. And remember, we put ours in the Documents folder. You hopefully will have a lot less of these than me, but click on your unicorn with your name on it, tell it OK, and then upload it to the Google Drive. And when it is done, you will be able to click the Turn In button and turn in. My friends, I hope you had a blast with this lesson and learned a ton about how you can build in Tinkercad. Once you've got your screenshot turned in, you can just play around and keep making other stuff unless I've given you something else to do in the class. If you did enjoy the video, my friends, please give it a like. If you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button, and last but not least, hit the notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.